I just want to remind everyone that when they log into their Definitive, it is exactly the same, except you will have this access button here. So your payroll processing and all of the way you work within Definitive will remain unchanged. Just one thing I will point out, because when we talk about Evo, we often talk about organisation. And in Definitive, we're in our payroll land, we talk about organisation, and they are two separate things. So we are used to, when we're talking payroll, is our organisations are our payroll groups. They might be ABNs, payrolls, or you may have split your payroll for security reasons. So when we're in here, this is the organisation. So to launch Evo, what we do when we log on is we come across to our access button. And when you come down here, you'll see all the products you have access to. And here is where we actually launch what we call the access organisation, which is the web domain for it. So when you come in here, you get a landing page. So as you land, it's quite, these two pages here are customized, which we've talked about before. So I will go into Spaces in one of our other sessions in a lot more detail. So for today, we're just going to be focused on looking at the products that are available to you as an administrator when you get started. So as an administrator of the organisation, the very first thing we actually request you do is come and have a look at Discovery Hub. So this might be your IT person or your payroll person. And when you come into Discovery Hub, this section here on how to set up your Evo is really important. There's just a couple of videos in here that take a couple of minutes to go through. And one of them is how you set up your members. So we're just going to go through that now, and I'm going to give you a few shortcuts which aren't actually in the video. How you find your members is clicking on this button up the top here. So when you click on members, it will open up into all your employees that are within the payroll will be in here already for you. But we were talking before about administrators. So administrator of an organisation, what is that? And how do I know who my administrator is? The quickest way to find out is by using the filter option up the top here. So when you click on filter, you can come down here and say, as an organisation, everyone has a role. So who are the administrators of my organisation? And that will pop up who the administrators are. And you'll notice that each of us have a little A symbol and a shield attached to us. So these are the people who are the top level in the organisation who can have access to everything. So what they use that access for is for setting up the users. So we'll just go through a couple of ways where we can talk about that now. So while your users are there, you can actually give them access to certain things. So I'll just click on here and clear the filter. Okay. So one thing that we've been talking about is emails being sent. And you can see here that there's an email being sent for this person and this person. By seeing emails sent still attached to their record, it means they haven't logged in yet. So they have received their email. And funnily enough, this morning, I actually set myself up. So this is the email that you'll actually receive with the link on it when your Evo is ready to go live and you want your employees to log in. So it is very simple. I just clicked on the link, I went through, I created my password, and it just let me straight in, and it was business as usual. Okay, it probably only took me a minute. So that's the email that everyone will receive. So when you come in here, you can actually use this to find out people what status they are. So if I've sent the email, I can click on here and it will say, these are everyone that's been sent an email. These are the people that have not been sent an email. Sorry, just click on the button there. So what it's saying here is everyone has been sent an email in our organisation. So filtering is really important, but what we can also do is use bulk. So as an administrator, I can come in and click these two buttons here, and what it does is it selects everyone. And by selecting everyone, I now can come over here and I have actions. So what I have here, I can click on Add, and I can assign a user role or a product role. So under the organisation, this is where we can set our admin users. So you probably wouldn't want to do this one in bulk, but for product, you can come in and say, I would like everyone to have access to Applause. and I would like them to just be a user. And by selecting that and going assign, that will set the settings for every single person that you've got set in that organisation. So at the moment I've got 97 selected. You can do that for each of the products. With analytics, we would generally say that you would give that to your payroll and HR people. But everything else, you can set them up as a user or no access at all. Okay, so they were the options you had there. No access, administrator or user. It is very quick and easy to use. To clear the filter, you can actually clear all from here. Or if you just wanted to remove a few people and say, I don't want to give them access, you can just remove them by clicking their name here, and you'll see that they're now no longer selected. So I'll just clear all. So that's how you can do it as using the bulk tool. So it is quick and easy. And there is another option available to you, which is over here on the cog. You can click on the cog and you can actually export your members. And why I like doing this, I set everyone up and then I start applying tags and groups and things to it. And I've actually done one here for you. So all you need to do is export it and it will come out up into your export area. And what it looks like, here it is here. You have all of your employees, and if they're an active employee, what type of user they are in the organisation. So this one's really important. Most people will be a user, okay? You'll only generally have a few administrators, but this is a test database, so we have quite a few administrators in here at the moment. And then you can go along here and you can see what type of user they are for each product. So again, you could assign it through using the spreadsheet. You could change this and say, I want this user to be an administrator, or I want this one to have no access. So you can change it here under the spreadsheet, and then you can just re-import it. But another quick way that you can sort your employees is by using tags. So I'll just show you one that I have set up earlier.
While you're setting that up, Michelle,
yeah.
it just struck me as you could spin this around. This is actually quite a good exercise for people to clean a few things up as well, right?
It is.
So if you go through this, you look through and say, well, wait a minute, that person's no longer here, or this has changed, or that has changed as well, right?
That's right.
So, yeah.
I've been using it for one of our other products as a housekeeping tool. Once a month, we just come through and just make sure we look at this once a month and just make sure everything's good.
Because just so, I don't know if everyone's aware, Michelle runs, our outsourcing division, right? So part of this is, just keeping tabs of everything, making sure everything's up to date. So
that's
anyway,
right.
Back to you.
That's okay. Yeah. That's okay. So I've just put a little bit of data in here just to give you an example of how you might like to use it. So under department, obviously pretty straightforward. You can attach everyone to their department. And here you've got an office that you can attach them to as well. So you can use these tags for anything though, and you can have more tags. You can just keep adding tags to them. And the beauty of a tag is, I'm just going to show you, is when you do your filtering and your sorting and you give permissions down the track, you can actually start to use a filter of tags. Okay, so
wow, that's cool.
When you're filtering, you can say, I want everyone in Sydney. I want to give everyone in Sydney access to this, or I want everyone in sales to have access to this. So that's how you use the system for your members. There is a lot of information in that video, as I say, at the Video Hub. So please have a look at that.
Amazing.
And this video that we've got going today, it is there for you in the future. So when you start using it, just come back and have a quick look at the members and start playing around with your filtering and your tags.
Yeah, we're going to put all the videos. And what we sometimes do is just cut out this section, for example, so you don't have to watch, everything. You just watch this section, right? You do see my ugly mug in it, obviously, because I'm in it now. But other than that, it's a good little video. So we'll help you walk through some of these things.